So I wanted to make this video for a while now. It's been on my list, but I just keep getting pushed off. And I think right now is like a perfect time to do it. So pretty much blaming everyone for your problems. It really bothered me when I worked as an engineer. Let's say like there was some sort of issue that we had, and everyone loved just blaming it on other people, right? So here's an example. There's some sort of issue with a part, let's say, right? It gets brought up to the senior manager. The senior manager blames the manager blames the project manager blames the engineer, and then the engineer blames the designer, the software person, the guy in Japan that designed the part, right? It's just a constant, like, let's just sit there and blame people, right? And why this isn't helpful or constructive is why it bothered me so much that when these things would happen, you'd have the manager, let's send an email to the senior manager to the manager, this issue, and then that guy would send an email to the other guy, and then the project manager, let's set up a meeting. So here we go, we set up a meeting, waste an hour of our life, again, finger pointing, saying like, it's this guy's fault, that guy's fault, right? Not one person in that whole, line of people that are leaders was like, all right, it doesn't matter whose fault it is, let's just fix it, right? No one would ever do that until you'd sit there and blame until you found usually the engineer that will just blame it on him. And then 4 or 5 meetings later, the engineer is fixing it, when all it could have been from the very beginning could be, let's say the senior manager take leadership, like, all right, this is messed up, I'm gonna go to the engineer, tell him this is wrong, let's fix it. Not figure out who to blame, whose fault it is, all that stuff, right? And the biggest thing is like taking ownership of it, right? Same thing with what's going on. Like now in the world, everyone's blaming everyone and their mom for what happened. Why does it matter? It doesn't matter. Whose ever fault it is, it doesn't matter, because we're in a situation right now. So let's just find a solution for it, right? Let's work together and find a solution, not blame people. Blaming people, that's not constructive, that's not helpful, it's not anything other than a waste of time, right? So I read this book, Jocko's book, Extreme Ownership, and he just talked about taking ownership of stuff, right? No matter what it is, what happens to you, whatever way anything is, one way or another, it's your fault you're in that position, right? And you just take ownership of it. Like, okay, we're here now. Let's just call it. It's my fault, and we're gonna fix it. And we're gonna fix it by doing X, Y, and Z. And then that's that, right? So ever since I started doing that with like everything, life's been way better, right? Instead of sitting there blaming everyone and everything for this or that or whatever, that it's just a waste of time, right? Problem happens, take ownership of it, do it, figure it out, done, right? So Jocko's book, if you haven't read it, Extreme Ownership, it's an awesome book, and hope you have a great day.